Have you been looking around and trying to find out what the best lexicon for the Greek of the New Testament is? Well, this right here is it. Um, Really, there's not even a question about it. There are many lexicons available to students of the New Testament, but beyond a shadow of a doubt, this volume here, at least every iteration of this volume, is considered the most authoritative and is the most widely used. It's like the Ferrari of the, as Robert Plummer says, it's the Ferrari of the lexicon world. Now, this is an older model, and commonly today it's called BDAG, and that's just the acronym for the compilers. And this one is an older model, so it's before the, I believe his name was Donkers, was the one who was added on, but right here mine is just a Bauer, Arndt, and Gingrich, a Greek-English lexicon of the New Testament and other early Christian literature. So the sweet part about this lexicon is it's not only good for just the New Testament, but also the Septuagint, the writings of Philo or Josephus, or if we're going to get into the patristics, you would have the writings, Origen, Jerome, Augustine, all of these Greek, the early church fathers, the Greek fathers, you'd be able to read their writings translate them using this lexicon. And if you don't know, this was the original owner, a lexicon is just a word for an old dictionary. So it's really that's all it is a dictionary of ancient words. So we see here, Greek English lexicon of the New Testament and other early Christian literature, a translation and adaptation of Walter Bauer's Gingrich, yeah, there we go, Duchess, nope, not even going to try. Fourth revised and augmented edition, 1952. So this is fairly old, 1952. But they're still making these and updating them. So anyway, we have here the preface, an introduction, and a list of abbreviations for sources cited. And what I thought I would do is go ahead and show you how this lexicon works. So I actually had a passage already pre-picked out, but if you come here, this is just off the fly here. Up here we have angelion, or angelos, which is a messenger or angel. That's where we get the word angel from. And here we have it in its nominative singular form, which is how all Greek words will appear. If they're nouns, they'll all appear in this form. And the reason is because that's the first one on the chart, and it's the simplest to follow. So if it's a masculine noun, it will always appear in the nominative singular of that word. Or if it's neuter, it'll always appear in the nominative singular of that word. Same thing with feminine. So if it's a verb, they'll always appear in the, I believe, present active indicative first person singular. So anyway, we have here these words. So let's go ahead and go to the passage I pre-selected. And it would be right up here, aion and aionios. Now aion means age, okay, or time, but mainly age. And then aionios means eternal. Now, if we come here, we want to go to the beginning of where this appears. So we come here to aion, okay, and we see that it appears in all these different writings here, that it's used by all of these men and all these passages, okay? And it's used in this way, time or age. Now, the first definition is very long time or eternity. Now, typically when it's in eternity, in that context, it would be translated aionios. But they're showing you that it can be also translated as that, or its root meaning. Okay? The past, earliest times, and eternity. So we have here hoi hagioi ap aionios prophetai. That's the holy from eternity of prophets. Oh, I actually give an English translation. The holy prophets from ages long past. So we see that, yeah, the holy from eternity or ages long prophets. Okay? So in this context, it could mean just a long time ago or an age. And typically, if it's ion, I would say it's translated age or long ago. But when we get down here, real quick, as we get through this, we see here B, this has a secondary meaning, and then we come down to, I believe the way it works is you have right here gives the root definition, one of them, and then B adds subtlety to that definition. And then here we have a second definition, a segment of time. And then right down here we have the subtleties in that definition. Okay? And so on and so forth. Now we get down here to Ionios, and here they give you all the Bible verses that include this verse. Now, just a note, if it's an Old Testament passage including this verse, it will be the Septuagint. Because if you don't know, the Old Testament was written in Hebrew, originally written in Hebrew and later translated into Greek. And this is a Greek lexicon, not a Hebrew lexicon. So just note that. If it's quoting an Old Testament passage, it is referring to the Septuagint. Most likely the Septuagint that was found in at the base of the traditional Mount Sinai by Tischendorf, Codex Sinaiticus. That would be my guess. Yeah, so we have Ionios. So without beginning, okay, without beginning or end, so eternity. And then the page, it goes on with the rest of the information. Anyway, this is an exhaustive dictionary or lexicon of all the words that appear definitely in the New Testament, and also the patristics and early church fathers and the Septuagint. So if you don't have this volume in your library, it's a must-have. They make a smaller, more concise version of it. I don't actually have one of those. My dad does, so maybe I can get him to do a review of that. But anyway, I think that one would be a lot handier if you're just carrying around it. You know, if you want to carry a lexicon with you, this is a massive tome. But once again, if you don't have this lexicon, you have to. I bought this one used for $20. I'm sure you can find one. Again, even an older model is definitely still usable. So anyway, I hope this helps you out, and God bless.